We're gonna get him back on the show, guys. So don't worry, he'll be back in a few minutes. But like I said again, I'm so honored. I know Chef is an honor as well. Everybody, like I said, this is a chapter in our lives. We just mentioned it before we got on the show today. A new chapter in our team lives. Again, big shout out again to Gemini Stacks, Natalie, DJChef, JMEmpireMedia, the VeroG Productions, everything that all the people in that crew. Yes! Oh my God, he's here. Oh my God. Yes,
I can hear you.
Wow. So let's give it up. Let's get a clap. Let's get that clap for it, baby.
What's up, y'all? Yeah,
what's good, man?
DJChef, what's up, big dogs? How you doing?
What's up, man? What's good, man? Yo, I'm honored.
Man, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Oh my God, I am so you don't understand. I'm turning red. I never I don't know what's the word. I can't even get it out of my mouth right now.
Oh wow! Thank you, baby. Thank you.
I don't know if it's starting or it's turning red. I don't.
You're a little pinkish, but you look cute, girl. You look
cute. It's around there.
Thank you for the love, though.
No, you're welcome. Thank you so much for being on this amazing show, and we're honored. And I've been watching for a while. We actually met a while back.
With Tragedy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah.
Oh, now I'm really like, woo.
Yeah, we're supposed to actually go to your have a date to go to the studio up there, but this crazy stuff happened, so it's okay. We're here. We live. We direct.
That's right, man. No, we're gonna definitely have a follow up. So don't worry. We're gonna make that up for that. So definitely. So are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just a little. I just can't believe that you're on here, man. Like,
come on, man.
You don't know, man. I used to listen to you in my 20s when I was riding in my Jeep. This was like so many years back, man. But it's a pleasure, man.
Man, that's the beautiful thing about music, man. I mean, we connected, even though we never probably physically met each other, we connected through music. So I'm humbled that you passed some years with my music, and
of course, man.
The chance that hip hop gave me to really reach out to y'all. So thank you, man. I'm humbled.
Of course.
Not a problem. So before we get started, I did a lot of homework on you, Cuban Link. So I want to give his recognition is due because you're and I feel to me because I'm an artist. I'm not gonna put that aside, but I respect you because you grind and you hustle and you don't stop at whatever you're going through. And I respect you more than ever, sir. And I just want to give you your platform right now to give you your credits. So you're welcome. Not a problem. So let me get started. Okay. You're welcome.
It's very appreciated too, man. It's very appreciated nowadays.
You're welcome.
They wait for people to die to give them their roses. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome, and I understand. Not a problem. Okay, so let me get my credits here. Okay, for you. Okay.
Dale, Vero, stop it. Don't be getting nervous on me. Let's go.
No, I'm blushing, and then you're turning blush.
DJChef, you better start cooking something up over there.
I might have to, man, for us to eat. I'm gonna have to do something for us to eat.
We gotta eat.
That's what's up. Okay, so like I said, he is a true hip hop legend. Yes. You're welcome, man. From the BX, I know you came from Cuba, which I love Cuba. I love my Cuba. Yes, but again,
the Cuban food is something else, man. I love Cuban food.
Oh man, yeah, man. The culture is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's very close to Puerto Rican. Culture. Very close. But Cuba. Each island in the Caribbean define itself with its special stuff. So you know what I'm saying. We got the moro. That's the black rice with the black beans, and we got the pernil and the yuca.
Come on, man, you gonna make me hungry over here. You gonna make me get in the kitchen and start chefing it up, man.
Yeah. I can chef it up too, man. I learned that later on in life, but I'm into the food.
With our food. Okay, we're gonna probably talk a little about that as well. All right. But like I said, you've been over 20 years in the game, the music industry game, as they call it, man. I hope I get this right. I think you did over 8 albums, over 30 singles. Now, there's some albums I know that we're not released, and we'll talk about that as well.
Well, yeah, I did. You know what it is? I did some mixtapes that may have seemed like albums.
Yeah, that's the part. Okay,
that's what it is too. So but it's a lot of the body of work is pretty big. You know what I'm saying? Even though it hasn't after a certain time it didn't reach like the mainstream and stuff like that. But if you do your homework, I put my work in there. I could have probably done more, but Estaba regado. I was a little disorganized. You know how it go, man. We from the street. We get, as long as we put things out there, you know what I'm saying? That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep the people fed, let them know that, you know, Cuban Link ain't going nowhere. But if you had the gracious time to find it, I'm sure you would appreciate it.
No, definitely. I seen your catalog. I just been like, wow, this man has been through so much, and that's why I said it's best you're here, because I want to give you that platform, that moment. Like, look, toma, you know, your work is spoken for, man, and I'm just honored, man. But
there's a lot more work to do, though. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of more work to do.
That's right. That's right. I got your homework. I got you. We're gonna talk about that in a little while, in a minute.
No doubt. I'm just saying, you know, we never stop working. We never gonna stop working.
That's
when we born with this artist gene, you know, that's not, you know, I heard a lot of people say, you know, hip hop is for a young man sport, and it is to a point. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we always thought that this was poetry, so poetry is forever. So you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, there's poets that live to be 90 and still, you know, writing poetry and all of that. So at the end of the day, that's what I see. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can see Jay-Z and all that. You know what I'm saying? There's people that surpass that myth. So, you know, we can still do our thing, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And some of us is like, wow, baby, we get better in time. So, you know.
That's right, man.
There you go, bro.
Well, let me let everybody know. I told you, Cuban Link, I was like two days straight working hard. I was doing research. So I'm gonna give everybody a little background, and then we get right into the questions. Are you ready, guys?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So we all know you were best friends with Big Pun since the age of 15 years old. You formed the group years ago with him. Back then it was called Rough and Rugged.
Rough and Rugged.
That's right. And then it's changed to Full Eclipse. Yeah. And then you guys travel locally. And then actually I'm from the Lower East Side. So
yeah, we started over there. I mean, that's where the whole Full Eclipse little fever started, man. In Cherry Park.
Yes.
Right there in Cherry Park. Right there in Cherry Park. It was that big building that's there. Remember they have that little park there? We did our first performance right there.
Oh my God.
With Uncle B Nelson. Nelson was from LES. So we started our whole movement. Even though we're from the Bronx, though, we were rocking with Uncle B, and he was from the Lower East Side.
You see, you read my mind. Yes.
Because I travel.
Yes, you guys local traveling, and then locally, forgive me, and then you guys, Uncle B was sponsoring you guys, you know, like, you know, basically helping you guys.
Yeah, he's backing us. Besides, he was family to us, but you know, he believed in our talent. So he was, you know, he had that paper, he had that street paper, so he put it behind us. You know what I'm saying? So he got us some hoodies, you know, say Full Eclipse vests and hats, and you know, we was just making a noise from the street, you know, on that independent level.
Awesome, that's amazing. And the main I was gonna also tell you, Cuban Link, was that it's great when somebody supports you and what you do, and they see the vision behind that.
Yeah, that's important.
Definitely. And when you guys started from back then to even now, you don't think whatever happened back then, but you guys, like I said, you still continue on, and you're gonna, like, it's a legacy. You're leaving something behind.
Yep. It's a beautiful legacy. Even no matter even if you take the bad parts inside of it, is a beautiful legacy, because without, you know what I'm saying, that darkness, the light will never came. So, you know what I'm saying, but it's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying. It plays both sides. It's a real story. I mean, my story is from when you get to Cuban Link, you know, just me even getting to America and hooking up with the illest, you know, Boricua rapper to ever live, without even me knowing that he could rap, you know what I'm saying, just on some friendship shit first, you know, some brotherhood shit first. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying. So when I look at it like that,
Big
you know what I'm saying,
man, I miss that, man.
Of course, man, one of the best to ever do it, you know what I'm saying. So
yes, he was.
You know what I'm saying. And then when you take Pun's life, you know what I'm saying, when he was, you know, born, I mean, Bronx bred, you know, went through his childhood, his tormented childhood, where he had to do what he had to do, getting, you know, growing up and becoming a man early, and you know what I'm saying, him doing what he had to do. I mean, it's a ghetto story that's Shakespeare couldn't write it better than that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it was a beautiful thing. So like I said, man, we blessed, man. Even though through the bad, through the good, we still here.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? Even through the epidemic, we still here. So I mean, yeah, like I said, like my journey, like it's crazy. Like to me, like I be thinking about just that, man. Like, yo, I'm Cuban. Like I was really born in Cuba. I came here when I was 5 years old in a banana boat with my mother, my father, and my sister.
You were Scarface, right? In the movie, right?
Well, yeah, in the beginning. So I really came in that, like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not even a game, it's not a movie to me. It's like for real. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing English, you know, going to Puerto Rico for 4 years, you know, and then coming over here to the Bronx when I was 9, me learning English, hanging out with nothing but my black friends in the beginning without even knowing English. They're the ones who took me in, and I learned more English because of them. Oh, so, you know, so, I mean, just the culture of hip hop, of course, you know, at that time it was just, you know, like the essence of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? From the break dancing to the graffiti on the wall, to the B-boys, for the music, the DJ, the block parties. So it was all of that captivated me as a young kid. And just that story alone, man. And then me moving to Prospect Avenue, and then meeting Chris, man. You know what I'm saying? At the time, his name was Moondog. So we played ball together. We went, you know, after that, we became friends, like brothers. You know, we were taking boxing together, doing everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I was his little brother. He was my big bro. You know what I'm saying? But just that, you know what I'm saying? And then from that, you know, to us two, like creating that bond and then taking the hobby of like, you know, of spitting, MCing from the hallways and getting it known out there to where Fat Joe could look and see, you know what I'm saying, like something about, even if he just saw it about Pun at the time, but he saw it, and him taking that chance with us, you know what I'm saying, it just created that beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying, where it was nothing but history after that. After they, you know, they hooked up. The love Pun had for us, me, Triple Station, the sick one. He never left us, so he kept us along. And you know, eventually, you know, Joe understood what you know, what we was good for, and it was already proven. So at the end of the day, you know, they could write their own stories, but the truth is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? You know, your boy Cuban Link put it down. At the end of the day, even though I played it humble, you know, and I played my position where it's like, yo, I just want to do my part. Like I wasn't trying to be the best. At the end of the day, I was just, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got to play their position. I played my position to a point because it was just my duty to do it. But it was a beautiful, it was Voltron when we transformed, man. When the Terror Squad transformed back in the days, it was Voltron. And you know, we created something that the Bronx was proud of. We created something that Latinos was proud of, Black folk was proud of. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, just the game of hip hop was proud of, because we, you know, what Pun did is he legitimized the MCing of Latinos in a big scale, just like Eminem did it for the white folks. You know what I'm saying? Right. He got off. So yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying, and that's what we did. So that's what I'm saying. It was a legendary movement, and I'm proud to be you know, part of the foundation with that. You know.
Exactly. That's awesome. Yes, he just and you guys, I always say, you guys, you broke the barrier down, especially for nosotros Latino. Like, you know, like I said, it was hard back then, and you guys, you did it. You broke that barrier, that mold that they kind of like in the industry was overlooking on us, and that's, like I said, that's why I always look up to you as a hip hop artist, man, because you kept going in, and with Big Pun and everybody else included, with that amazing group you guys had, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, man. I mean, that was blessed. That was actually the funnest time. You know, when you broke and you're coming up, and you know, you're nervous, you get them butterflies because you don't know what the hell. Because Pun didn't know he was gonna blow up like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he was humble. He was humble to a point. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know. But he was so humble at the beginning. We was all humble. I stood humble. You know what I'm saying? Pun was crazy after everybody knew Pun, though. Pun was crazy. Pun he got it. Like he got adjusted to that.
Pun was very lyrically inclined. He was a real lyricist. Like when he used to spit the rhymes, it's like it kind of reminded me of the way Biggie did, but the way Pun did it, it was like.
It was rapid fire. That's what it was. But the difference between him and Biggie was that, you know, Biggie just had a different style, slower style. You know, the Don style. He just, you know what I'm saying, could break down stories, and his format to his rhymes were a little different. So Biggie had that special thing too. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, you know, of course, you know, Big is one of my favorites too. But Pun, just because they was like overweight and all of that, they tend to compare them and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in that sense.
So
But their styles of rapping was different though.
Yeah.
Pun, I think, rhymed a little faster.
Of course,
Yeah,
not a lot faster. A lot faster. Nigga did in the middle of little, diddly. Come on now, come on, you know.
Man. Throwbacks, good stuff.
That was wordplay right there. You know what I'm saying? Pun had a lot of wow moments in his rhymes. You know what I'm saying? He said metaphors that, you know, even if I studied, there was still shitting you. Soon as I chitter chatter, your shit is shatter. I'm the kid out of the Bronx that'll stomp you to death like it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, just that. Soon as I chitter chatter, your shit is shatter. I'm the kid out of. You see, he rhymed everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's a wordsmith. You know what I'm saying? So he put words together crazy.
That's very awesome. But okay. So my next thing, actually, you just answered one of my questions. Because then at that time you just mentioned also Fat Joe.
Nigga said, wait. Now you catching me. Wait. That nigga Pun said, stop and laugh. My shit is butter fuco. Niggas run like Punch the Cuco. You go tell your putos how I blew your punto. How you say that right there? How you say that?
Go ahead, do it. Kill it. Go ahead.
No, that was Pun. I'm just remembering what my brother did. Like, you know, when he put words together like that, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't do that. Like, people don't do that.
Nah, they don't.
Niggas don't do that.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Cuban. The rap game is so different now.
It is.
I don't even, like, half of the time I don't even understand what these rappers are doing and saying.
Oh God, mumble rap, like, that's,
you know. And I appreciate everything you guys, you know, Pun, you guys, all you guys from the BK, you know, the way that y'all rhyme, it meant something. Like you said, it was a movement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was that moment in time that MCs was looked at the main thing in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because everything took turns. Like back in the days, it used to be the DJs. Then before that, it was the freestyles. So it was battles and all of that. Then it became where the mics were the thing. You know, the MC moved the crowd. The best lyricists.
Right.
So when it came to that, you know, you have brothers that came in and became game changers. You know what I'm saying, to the game. And Pun was definitely a game changer. You know, and he took his race right with him. Even though we didn't believe in all of that, brown, black, white, we didn't. We just was sticking to hip hop as far as like being the best of what we wrote and what we come from, of course, the struggle and being real with our lyrics. So that's what we was really doing. But then later on, when he blew levels up, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, he didn't even think that he was gonna go all the way like that. So when it was depicted where he sold 1 million albums, that's when it was different. That's when it's like, okay, now the Latino sensation, you know what I'm saying? But Black in the Block was like, yo, Pun is Pun. Ain't no color to him. You know what I'm saying? No matter he's Puerto Rican. So it was all like that when it was local. But yeah, you already know how America does it when you get up there. They try to divide. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Because at the end of the day, it works out. As long as you know how to bring it back, don't get caught up in it. Because Pun always say, you know what I'm saying? If you're a doctor, it doesn't matter what kind of color you are. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fix me up. You're a doctor. You take medical, and that's your field. So you gotta be the best doctor. So that's the best way he put it. You know what I'm saying? That he was a rapper, he was an MC. So it doesn't matter what color he was. He added to the game, and he did it for the game of hip hop.
Right. All right, that's what's up. But I do want to make the people that know who don't. I mean, come on. But as I said, down the line, when you were Big Pun was filming you guys with the full clips, the group, eventually, like I said, you were found by Fat Joe down the line. He was now with Terror Squad at that time, and that's how you guys performed with them. Now, my first question to you, I think you kind of mentioned it already in the answer, but I'll just still ask you the question. Now, tell us, how did you feel? This is a good question. Okay, how did it feel for you to, looking back in the beginnings that you mentioned before, of your work and with Big Pun and everything, to the moment of Stardom, like with that moment? That's what I want to ask. Like, how did you feel, like from then to at the highlight moment?
Oh man, it was like surreal. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, that's my bro. So it was nothing for us to just chill in the crib and play pool in his crib or play Nintendo and shit, Tekken 2, and break night playing Tekken 2, and you know what I'm saying, for money. And so when we did the rhymes, it was the same way. We stood in his house, wrote rhymes in the crib, And then when we had to do whatever. Remember, he started off as Joe's hype man too, so he got some practice. We all got some practice going through the Joe Avenue because he was already, he was already on, so he was doing little shows here and there with the Jealous One's Envy joint, and that's the album Pun got featured on. But it was just like we seen the move, like the, like we seen the gradual shit, but it wasn't like, we was after that. Like I was just humble enough to just be like, oh shit, we in this shit. Like, oh shit. And then I see my brother just, it was like times that I never heard certain rhymes that he was like writing, because he was already like him and Joe was already putting them on like Firewater. Like I never heard that rhyme Firewater when he was writing. All the other rhymes, I was there when he was writing it. But like it's a couple of rhymes that I never heard. So when I heard it like on a mixtape and I heard his verse and shit Haagen-Dazs and all of that, idolize no man like Conan and stand beside the gods. Like when I started, like I heard his voice, the projection of his voice, the lyrics he was saying, like he was a professional. I'm like, oh, my fucking bro is a professional. Like this nigga sound better than the top niggas. Like he made me a believer because, he took it serious like that. Like, it was a point that it was still a hobby to me. Like, like, oh shit, like, we do this shit, but it's like, and not to even downplay it, but it was fun. So that element of me taking it as a hobby made me freely, like, express myself a little more freely and have more fun with it. Because when you take it too serious, sometimes it messes it up.
Exactly.
So that was definitely an element that was needed. That fun element, that funny element. You know what I'm saying? But when we seen it together. We was like, oh shit. Like when we did remember we came from the college circuits also. Joe took Pun through the college circuits, so he did a lot of college. Back in the days, he had I forgot what it's called, but it was the college. All of that shit. We did all the college radio, Bobito and Stretch. So we came from the underground like that. Like we was doing that. But when we got loose and shit, when we started like this, when Pun used to hit the stage, you seen the difference of different songs that he already put out. So it was that the reaction was different every time. So it was like more people, like everybody know his name more. It went from Pun being Joe's hype man to niggas chanting out Pun's name. So he earned that lead role. So the preparation, the way Joe did it, as far as like he set him up in the business sense to get in the game, it was sort of like perfect for that. And Pun played his part perfectly too. You know what I'm saying? So it was just the combination was beautiful. That's why it happened.
That's awesome. Another question, actually, I think I've seen this, but I want to ask you exclusively here. Do you have a story with you and Big Pun that you haven't told anybody? And I want to hear it first here.
I got it.
First, whatever. It's fine. Not limiting here. So.
Oh, man. I said a lot of stories of Pun, man. I said a lot of stories. All right, let's get back to that one. Let me brainstorm.
Okay.
I got to brainstorm.
Not a problem.
I said the one with Soundkid.
He's like, man. Oh man, that's pretty cool, right? Like, throw me off with that one.
You got me thinking. It's because it's crazy. It's a lot of stories. Like, I'm selfish. Like, I'm selfish when it comes to Pun.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm selfish because it's just like, like, I know the world lost an artist, a great artist. And, you know what I'm saying? And what y'all seen, you know what I'm saying? When it's different, when it's personal, like, I lost a brother, you know what I'm saying? And that's where, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and plus I went to the funeral and I seen a lot of like, how it is, like, I don't know. You just,
that's my questions. You're like, I'm going with my questions. My God, yes. Damn it.
It's because it's different. Like I'm saying, like it's different. Like what I'm saying, somebody's like a family member that passes away, and then you see the industry how people act just to get a little bit of fame and stuff. So the funeral and the wake was the open wake where the fans came, where artists came, and it was a nice, beautiful party and everything. And what I'm saying, in Ortiz Funeral Home in Westchester. But it's just that I seen so much like.
Wait a minute, that's where it was?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right there by Castle.
That's monumental right there, yeah. I know where it's at. It's monumental over there.
Yeah.
my question too. Now I could go. We could go to that question. How did you cope with him? That's my main question for you for that when he passed away and everything. How did you manage to just go after that? And
I mean, you know, it's pain, it's Hennessy, it's cigarettes, it's you know what I'm saying? It's hurting. You know what I'm saying? You know, you lose part of your heart when you know you lose somebody that you love. So, you know, regardless. And then I have to go and I made that song Flowers for the Dead, and I made that song before he passed away.
That's what I
and then I had to dedicate it to him because I wrote that song before he passed away. He heard that song. So all I had to do is put his name there, but then it's like, yo, I gotta relive that shit. And that shit is like I almost like prophesied that shit. So it's like even eerier to me. So it's like it took time. It took a long time, like for me to make that song like therapy. You know what I'm saying? Even though those are real feelings, and that song is special like that. But I mean, what just the way I see that song help other people.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm spitting real shit like on that song that was for actually, you know, a family member of mine. So when I seen other people love that song and you know what I'm saying, the tears they shed to that song, and still it was helping them because it just brought them like closer to the spirit or whatever. That's what I took the energy back, and then I had to use that for that. You know what I'm saying? So they gave me the strength. So it was that, you know what I'm saying? It was that fan to artist relationship that made me also do some therapeutical work on myself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard. It was definitely hard. I mean, you know how it is when you lose somebody that's your family. So, you know what I'm saying? Especially I was close to you like that. You know what I'm saying? It meant so much to you. Besides being Pun, though. This is besides him being Big Punisher. This is just, you know what I'm saying, somebody that, you know, you had incredible energy with.
That's your brother, man.
And then your brother. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's different. And we didn't know. We didn't have no money for no therapy. And we didn't care about therapists. This wasn't the Sopranos. So, you know what I'm saying? We did the hood therapy. And then, you know, the pain came out the way it came out. So, you know, it is what it is.
Definitely. Actually, I would have played one of them if it's okay with you, because I know you did 2 tribute songs. One was just what you mentioned, "Flowers for the Dead," and the other was "Call Letter to Pun."
Oh yeah, I'm always gonna talk to my bro. I'm gonna let him know what's going on. Just I know he sees everything, but I want to let him know that me and him is in the same fucking space. So yeah, just like this album right now that I'm working on.
Yes, you have two, right? It's an English one and a Spanish one, I believe, right? Let me just double check. Wait, don't say it. I got everything written down. Wait.
Well, you got "Flowers for the Dead."
Yeah.
That's the first one that, you know what I'm saying, that
and Letter to Pun,
I gave him his flowers. And then you got the Letter to Pun. It's like a letter just letting them know, you know, what's going on out here. Because, you know, from his bro. I got to let him know, you know what I'm saying? And, I had to let the people know, you know what I'm saying? So,
of course.
So that was the letter. That was like a 7-minute straight rhyming, no hook, just
we went in. I was like, I heard the whole song. I was like, wow, that's a lot.
Until this day, them lyrics stand. So you know what I'm saying. So that's when you know it's real. And then the new one, I got a new one. I got a letter part 2 that's coming out for the new project. So I mean, I talk to bro. I gotta talk to bro. Let him know. You know what I'm saying. Let him know we still doing what we do. You know. And it's not even to use his name or anything. Like I told you, that's my brother. And when I go. Like when I talk to him, it brings out a whole different, you know what I'm saying, side of me as an artist. You know what I'm saying? So it's that connection that I do it for. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to keep his name alive the right way, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so much things he did. Like, you know, after he passed away and all that, so much things he did. I wish that he could have got really you know, his due. Because he did so much. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that
but everybody was depending on him to do. We wanted to see more from our brother Bun.
Of course. Just
he had so much in him, like so much.
And that's what it is. That's what it is, man. It's like, you know, he cut short. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's even more sadder. Because I know him, he was just getting to his humor inside the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? When he did Yeah Baby, that was his humor already.
Aww.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I was left to do most of the skits in his album. In the Yeah Baby album, I had to go do them because he told me the skits, but he never got to do them. Wow. So I had to take I had to recreate that for him. You know, so I kind of like executive produced his Yeah Baby album.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? And as far as like putting it together, like putting some certain things together.
Definitely.
Because I knew like the one where he's at Air Goya and he's snoring on the plane. That was really fun. That was really fun. Like,
oh my God, that's crazy. Wow.
That was a story. I mean, did I tell you that story? I don't know if I said that story when he.
I don't recall that one, but I mean,
when he was on this nigga pun, man.
I see that. You're gonna tell the story, right?
He was an insomniac. You know what I'm saying? So he's a narcoleptic, right? That's what you call it? When you sleep while you're talking.
Just wake up and
So that he started doing that shit like after a while, like you know what I'm saying? And I was like, this nigga playing like the way Pun did shit, it almost seemed like this nigga did it like on purpose because he was on point like that. He'll play a joke on you. So I mean that was a real thing he had, but we was in the plane, man. Going to I think we was going to do a show somewhere. We had to take a plane. He had 2 coach seats. This nigga had the extra belt. You know they got to get the extra belt. Right? So this nigga would take the extra belt. He put it in his forehead like an asshole.
Oh my God.
like a headband. He'll put it like a headband. And then nigga fell asleep with the belt on his head.
Oh my God.
And you got to imagine it's just like a 757, right? So he's got the 3 rows. It's got mad people there, white people, old ladies next to him. And they all looking at him like, you know how people look at you because he was a little oversized. So the niggas, Tony didn't care after a while. I used to push him in the airport with the fucking wheelchair because he didn't want to walk. So I used to get the big ass wheelchair. And me and this nigga, I used to push him through the whole airport, nigga, going like at least 20 miles an hour. This nigga like, come on, Q, come on. Going crazy. Wow. Yeah, so one time he just got on the plane. It was him, his wife, Liza, I think Amanda. It was me, Booby, I think Prospect. And we kind of sat in the same like area.
Yeah.
But as soon as the plane didn't even take off yet, this nigga already punched that down. And this nigga already.
Wow.
Yo, but the extra like the extra shit, the shit that you be like, and I'm looking at this, this nigga's crazy. He's doing this on purpose because I didn't know. I thought, he's funny like that sometimes. Yeah. So this nigga got the thing in his head, the belt, the extra seat buckle on his head. And he's like this, right? So now I'm like, what the fuck? Liza looking at him. And one thing about Punt, you can't wake him up. Do not wake him up.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Do not wake him up, that nigga. Don't touch him. I mean, man, you can wake him up, but just don't touch him and wake him up. That was his thing.
Oh man!
Because he'll wild out. It's like when you wake up sleepwalking.
Yeah.
That's the most thing I could compare. Like they start swinging and wilding out. So that's what it was. But right, the fucking earth, fucking breaking noise ever at 7 a.m. Old ladies are looking at him, complaining in the back row. You know how old lady. So I'm in the fucking middle seat, gigging by myself.
Oh my God!
This nigga crazy, but I'm like this, right?
Yeah.
So the lady told the fucking stewardess, like complained, right? So the lady, now the stewardess go to Punt, and this nigga, you already knocked out, whatever. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Pun don't want to wake up. Louder. It got louder. Like this nigga was like a fucking chainsaw. Right? So then she couldn't like wake him up with her voice. So she touched him and said, excuse me, sir.
Oh no, nigga, that was the mistake there.
As soon as the lady touched him, that nigga woke up and said, don't fucking touch me, bitch.
Oh, wow.
Everybody. But he was still half asleep.
I understand.
But when he woke up, he woke up like, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, don't ever fucking touch me, bitch.
I love this is the best part, the real story behind everything.
This is a real story. I was the only one laughing, I think. I was a psycho one because I know him. Like, I know if he would be watching this shit from this angle, he would have been gigging. Like, if I would have did it with him, that would have been me, he would have been gigging on the side. But so funny.
Wow.
So funny. And that was the last time he took coach though. After that was It was first class and private planes and shit.
Awesome.
But that was funny. So I had to do. I mean, it goes back to the skit. That's why I'm saying like I had to go back to the Ed Goya skit when he did 100%. We had to put the Ed Goya skit there, and you know he was you know what I'm saying when he was fucking doing the crazy shit in the planes, man.
Crazy. Wow, that's something.
Yeah. So there you go. That's a fun story. Probably you didn't hear.
Oh, there we go. We got it. Yay!
Yeah, you got to bring it out of me. You got to bring it out.
Yeah, it was like something different, you know. Now
I'm just honored I was able to listen to one of his stories.
No, I was like, okay,
that's the story.
Yeah. I mean, we got amazing stories, man. But like I said, if you pick my brain and we go down the line with the timeline, I'll tell you all the stories, man. It's just like, you have to do your homework, and if you bring it out of me, I'll tell you all the stories.
You see, we need you.
I remember all that shit like it was yesterday. Once y'all put me in that zone. So.
No, I feel you. I feel on that. All right. So there's one question I have to ask you, something just curiosity. Now I know years ago you and Fat Joe had issues, and I'm not gonna discuss about that. But at this moment now for 2020, have you and him at least kind of squashed it, or you guys are on terms? What's up with that?
That's the $1 million question, because I wanted to find that out.
Yeah,
I really wanted to find out.
Nah, we never squashed anything. You know what I'm saying? It was just what it was. 20 years of, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no therapy, as I say. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I came out, I have my reasons too. Don't really want to go back into why my reasons too. Just know that I have my reasons too.
Okay.
Really go at him. And really go at him, you know what I'm saying, on like records and shit, and say what I felt. That's my therapy. And I was on it like that. And, one thing about us is that, we really mean what we say. We come from that cloth. We come from that neighborhood. Yeah. And it was a personal situation. So a lot of people got scared of that. So when they was advertising a lot of other people's beefs, you know what I'm saying, I wonder why. What the fuck, nigga? I mean, even if I know it was what it was, and it was real. So I mean, the Ja Rule and the 50 Cent shit, they got published, published, and it was out there like that. So I mean, I didn't mind that it wasn't like that because it was real. So I was like, trying to keep it on not too much noise, because it brings that type of blue, the boys in blue come around, and it's hard.
No.
Let me ask this.
But still.
Yeah,
I want to know.
Still competitive. I want to know.
Yeah, I understand. Go for it.
Yeah,
I want to know.
Okay,
I want to know. I mean, honestly, if because Pun is looking down on all of us. Do you think that you and Fat Joe, if Pun was looking down and he knew that y'all was beefing, how do you think he would feel about it?
I think he'll feel.
I mean, even though you and Pun were more, I think you and Pun was more closer than him and Fat Joe.
Yeah, but it's not even just that. Like, so that's like I said, our bond was like the reason he made the word twin is because of me and him. And whether later on, of course, him and Joe did the song, but it was that's what people would see more. But the word twin became me and him was rough and rugged, so we ran with that word. Like back in the days they used to say Dunn son from Queens, so he made twin up. I'm saying, for the crew. So But besides the fact of that, I mean, if you take the 20 years that 19 years really, that he's been 20 years that he's been gone, and if you think that really Pun is watching down, which he is,
yes, he is.
So that's what I'm saying. So he is. So and you take all the 20 years and you do your homework and you see what Pun's family had to go through from the 20 years.
Yeah.
Not even me. Forget me. I'm talking about his most prized possession, his kids, had to go through after he passed away, what Joe's been doing, and how Joe's been repping him. You think that Pun would want me to be cool with him?
No.
Okay. So then there goes your answer.
All right, guys, let's change it, because I know we went.
No. I'm just saying. It's nothing negative. It's nothing negative. I'm just saying.
I just appreciate you answering it for me, I mean, you didn't have to, but I appreciate you.
Well, I have to put it like that because at the end of the day, it's like it's that real. You know what I'm saying? It's just that real. Like it's already like documentation on it. So it's not like something I'm just talking or hype, you know, like saying because I don't like him. It's not that. It's like it's been 20 years, my brother. You've seen the story happen. You've seen Wupan left behind. You've seen his kids. You've seen young Chris, you know, baby Chris Rivers, how nice he is. You've seen he's trying to make it in this industry. He deserves a shot. You've seen why he doesn't get, you know, to a certain level. You've seen his family after he passed away had to go, you know, through the bad times again. It's like, come on, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Pun wouldn't be happy. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Not a problem. Thank you for answering that. And like I said, we want to focus right now on your career. You're doing a lot. Before we get into your present right now, which I know you're doing a lot of great stuff, Cuban Link. One of the managers, Katie, she wanted to ask. I know you have the 24 Karat album, which came out in 2000. She asked basically, what made you want to release that on Spotify? The Chain Reaction album.
I didn't release anything. I didn't release shit.
It just came. It got leaked.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but it's been leaked. I mean,
I heard about that. Yeah,
it's been bootlegged from the beginning. So I mean,
wow.
But that's a catch-22. I mean, you know, they never put it out. Atlantic Records never put that album out.
But that was one of the great albums. I'm not gonna lie to you, Cuban Link.
Thank you, and appreciate you. But if you tell it to the other side, where you know, when they was actually trying to promote that album, I mean, the word back from Atlantic Records was that, you know, I didn't have enough pre-orders. And that was Joe that he came back and told me that. So it was just like, and that's what, you know.
We won't discuss more about, but I respect and.
No, but listen, Mama, we're not going, but this is not from a negative place. I'm telling you, you're asking me questions about albums. So at the end of the day, who had their, you know, Joe was my manager. So at the end of the day, my manager has to talk to the label. I was signed. My label was Atlantic Records, and Joe was the middleman to that, from the artist to the label. He was the one who got me the deal. He was the one that was orchestrating everything with the budgets and everything. So at the end of the day, it didn't come out. And then the guy that I entrusted, which is Joe, and you know, to really talk on my behalf when it comes to the label, he tells me that they're gonna push it back because they couldn't have enough pre-orders. So I mean, I took it to the chest, like, okay, I mean, let's work harder. You know, so whatever it was, I was trying to find a solution because it's like I can't believe that. But look at that, even through this time, look, 20 years later, I'm still talking about 24K because it was a jewel. It was. It's just, I guess they didn't appreciate it at the time, and maybe it was what it was. It was mishandled by Atlantic Records. Slept on by Joe, and maybe just, you know, things happen, man.
Exactly. All right, I need more music. I know. All right, that's my Katie in the background. All right, so let's talk real quickly because we got a few more minutes before we get out of here. Now I know you have a new single coming out. It just came out last year, 2019. It's called "I'm a New York Shit." That's actually one of the joints that I started working on. Awesome. Because I know you. All right, I want to make sure. I believe you're releasing 2 albums. One is the English album, was called Missing Link, I believe, right? I just want to make sure I get it right. The
Missing Link, yes, ma'am. That's that's the new project coming up.
Awesome, see, so perfect. And then you have a Spanish one.
Well, right? Chain Reaction. Remember, I did an album 2005, which is called Chain Reaction. Yeah, that's what MOB Records.
I remember that album. I definitely remember that one.
Yep. That was an independent coming out from MOB Records, Connecticut, based out of Connecticut. And then I did the Bang Bang Boogie movement, of course. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, P.O. With Hocus 4/5, S1. You know what I'm saying? Drop, Lord Tariq, my son. You know, from the Bronx. We did that movement. That got cut short because of crazy shit that happened. You know, with the cops and shit. You know, a lot of bullshit. But then, I took a break. I took a long break, and last summer, well, really like November, October. You know what I'm saying? I got my pen back together. A lot of things, you know, sometimes life sparks, you know, sometimes when things is not going like really good in life as far as your personal life, it brings out that energy of the artist out. put the artist behind, his back against the wall. And I'm just that type of dude. Like, you put my back against the wall, I'm coming out Mike Tyson style. So that's what it was with that. So, my pen and my pad got back together. And some beautiful things came out of it. So I'm happy right now with my music, the way I'm, what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, I'm just painting y'all a masterpiece of my career, my present, my past, and my future. So it's very, I'm feeling myself with this.
No, you have to. You have it right to be.
This might be my best work, like for real. Like, I'm saying, might be my best work, just because it's so musically, it's put together in a universal way, instead of just, just categorizing it. And just, a local. So it's just got some big songs in it, and they all mean something.
I can't wait, bro.
Right. Well, do you have a release date, or are you still working as we speak right now?
I mean, I'm just, like I said, I'm freestyling on the fact that I'm just going to the studio, knocking songs out. The business process is taking a little extra, of course, because we're doing it independently too. So it's like, it's like, you gotta get that foundation. Also, where the business is the foundation, you got that product in the right people's hands. So it's a lot of those things that and of course the COVID out of nowhere. As soon as I want to fucking drop an album, the fucking pandemania happens, and that's what it is. So anyway, but it's still like, that positive energy is back in it. The fun element is back in my life. And it took a long time, man, of therapy. A lot of fuck yous and shit to the opposition to make me go, you know what? That's enough fuck yous, man. Let's say thank you now. Let's say thank you.
I think I'm sorry, right? That's right.
Let's say thank you, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Because at the end of the day, sometimes the hate makes you greater. You know what I'm saying? And it just depends how you take it. You know what I'm saying? And if you survive it, you know what I'm saying? And you can always add, make the negative a positive. And that's all it is, man. We lived long enough to really think of solutions instead of making problems. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on that. I'm on just making solutions and letting the music out. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Now, before we wait less than 3 minutes, so let me make this real quick. Let them know where your social media, and then after that, my next question to you before we get out of here, and then we'll play your song as well when we sign out. What advice would you tell upcoming artists out there who wants to be an artist and all that?
Shit. Make sure your dream is reality, and make reality your dream by hard work, by being undeniable, being original. Stand for what you believe, keep your morals intact. And when you grip that mic, be an MC, not a rapper.
That's right.
So be a master of ceremonies.
That's right.
That's it.
Okay. All right, we got 1 minute, guys. Let them know real quick your social media, and then we're gonna cue in for your music. Go ahead. Yes. Cuban Link, just tell your social media real quick. We gotta listen.
Social media. Cuban Link, COK. That's my IG. Felix Delgado Link, I think. I don't know, something like that. It's my Facebook. And Twitter, I got it, but I don't run it. My man Rappy does it for me. So
awesome. It's
coming. And you can catch the video too on my website, www.cubanlinkcok.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Cuban Link, for being on the show. We love you.
We love you too,
man.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We will definitely want you back in the
show. we need like 3-4 hours, man.
I'm hoping that you come to the studio when we get back in there. Please bless the studio. Man.
I'm going over there. I'm gonna wear a giant condom so we could really get busy.
Oh my God. Chef, play the music real quick. We better get out of here soon. Chef, play on my New York shit real quick.
That's right. This is your boy Cuban Link. I'm on my New York shit. You know what I'm saying? Something from New York City, man. So you can understand where I come from and what I do, baby.
That's right.
Everybody's thorough, but Brooklyn's the borough I'm brand. From the Brooklyn down. Uptown, baby. Down, baby. Yeah.